the hardest thing for you guys to overcome coming into college? Or the hardest thing to adjust to?
I guess for me, I know personally, freshman year, after like a couple of days by myself, I started crying. Because like, I felt like I had no friends. And I was like, oh my god. I had friends, but like not really. It's hard for me to make friends. Like really make friends.
Okay.
So I'm just like, so I had to overcome that being, I guess, putting my walls down to build friendships.
I would agree. Leaving your parents is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to having them there your whole life, and then when you go away, it's like a big adjustment. So you have to like make friends, and if you don't make friends, it's like you don't really have a place. Like you feel lonely. So yeah, I'd say that.
I'm taking 5 classes this semester: chemistry, physics, calculus, and Afro-Latin America history. Yeah, for the general education requirements.
So if a student is struggling, there are still professors that want to help them. And if you're not going to go out there and seek the help from the professor, you're not going to know if they want to help you or not. So if you're struggling with a course, just find the professor in their office hours, shoot them an email, say, hey, I'm struggling with this. More times than not, they'll say, hey, stop by, I'll help you out with it. So then you're not left alone. But also just seeking help in general. It's one thing to be able to sit in a dark room all alone and study by yourself, but when you're able to communicate with other students and your professor back and forth and bounce ideas off each other, that helps you learn more.
Okay, what's the best part about college?
The freedom. In my opinion, it's the freedom. Because now going back home and having to answer, not that you don't have to answer to people in college, but to really answer to your parents is difficult. I don't like it, and my parents don't like it.
I just like to do whatever I want.
Right. Because here you can do whatever you want. Yeah. If you want to go somewhere, if you have a car, just go. If you want to go, take the bus if it's still running. You literally don't have to answer to anyone. It's the greatest feeling.
My favorite class so far was Calculus 1 because I really liked the teacher. He's the kind of teacher that most students don't like, but I kind of liked him because he was like pushing students to work by themselves and learn by themselves. So yes, that's why I like him.
I think some of the professors here don't normally try to connect to the students as much. It's when they're hired here as a professor, on paperwork they're hired to teach, but they know that the job also entitles research. So a lot of professors will go into academia at a big university because they like doing research, they like the science, but they may not like the teaching part of it. So they kind of put it off to the side as something they have to do. But they don't take the time to get to know the students or to see if they need help. And at least from my teaching experience, that's one of the biggest things that students need and want from their professors, to know that they're there for them when they need help. Are they able to get in contact with them? Can they find them in their office? Do they have available office hours? And when the students don't feel like they have the help that they need, they tend to fall behind and they feel like they're left out. They don't really try as hard. So having the professor go out of their way and try to connect to each and every student, I think is very important.
I think it's prepared me to interact with a lot of different types of people. It also teaches you how to be independent. Well, I learned how to be a lot more independent. And I work on campus, so it's also taught me a lot about professionalism and how to interact with students as well as adults and professionals.
I would also say it taught me how to be independent. I'm more able to, since we live in the apartments, like I'm able to like take care of myself without like coming to the campus center and like the dining hall and stuff like that. Also interacting with other people, like learning how to get along with everyone and stuff like that, even if you don't get along with them, you know. And money management.
Yeah, money management is a big one, because being in college, you don't have much money, so you have to work and then manage your money.
Time management.
That is
going out and doing your work. And you have to go out.
Knowing work and play is important. Yeah.